Have you ever see yourself in this position?
That's a trick question. No, the building, traverse the building, you go to the governor's office. I saw what it looked like, and I said, I'll be the governor someday. However you see yourself, it's how you will be. That is a drive you need to have, I believe, if you want to achieve in life. You gotta go for it. Nobody ain't giving you nothing. When you come from certain backgrounds, shame is not something that you worry about. After university finish in 3 years, that is it, I got no more money. I know I ain't got another cent. If I had got money, I would change nothing in my past. It all built me to who I am. It doesn't determine your future, but it prepares you for whatever future you choose. You have the power to be anything you want to be. You don't have to be defined by your surroundings. It starts here. It starts in your mind. I am believing it, because the more you say it, the more you believe it. Your journey through life is to evolve, to be a better you, and to be able to be a better person than you were the day before. I believe each of us is born with a gift and a talent in us. Make your work your passion. You have to be looking every day to actively give people and bless people. If you get to the top and you don't want to use in the body, you are not being successful. When you have a scarcity mentality and a lack mentality, you operate from a position of lack, you always lack. No one is giving you anything, no one owes you anything, you just gotta go for what you want.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell them I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the best.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of Gems from Friends Season 4. Get ready to dive into the exciting world of entrepreneurs, creatives, and professionals. Our guests will be sharing some incredible stories about their journey and all the cool things they have learned while building their personal brand. If you feel like listening on the go, then you can catch us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you're more into the visuals, check us out on YouTube for the full experience. And do not forget to subscribe so that you never miss out on the latest episode. Now, let's get into it. Before we get into the episode, I want to tell you a little bit about our membership site we built on Heartbeat. If you are a freelancer, a business, or a brand, or you're thinking about starting, then this community is for you. Sign up by going to your browser and type gemcity.app, GEMCITY.app. Sign up with your email and you will receive a magic link. You will also be prompted to download the mobile app. Once you get inside, you'll be able to connect with other entrepreneurs, personal brands, and creatives. You will also find courses and resources that can help you on your entrepreneurship journey. More and more content will be added each month. Come for the content and stay for the community. See you on the inside. So the person in front of me today is the governor of the Central Bank of Barbados, Dr. Kevin Greenidge. Welcome and thanks for taking the time to come.
Thank you for having me, Matthew.
Yes. My first question to you would be, how does a person become the governor of the Central Bank?
Well, I would say work really hard. Have a vision, a focus. So whether it's the governor of the Central Bank of Barbados or any other profession or any thing you want to achieve in life, first have a dream. First have a vision, an idea, what is you want. And then you believe in it, that it's possible, that you can achieve it. And then you work hard in whatever it is. And I believe with those three ingredients, you can achieve whatever it is you want to be. So whether it's governor of the Central Bank, whether it's a chef, musician, artist.
Same principle.
Yes.
So just out of curiosity, what is a day like for the governor? What does that look like?
No 2 days are the same. The general principle is that, I guess, you're busy. You're either busy in meetings, meeting with staff, meeting with publics, planning, executing, attending events,
Right.
explaining economics. So there's no 2 days are right, but each day, every day, there's something to do.
How long your days will usually
24
be?
hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
How do you balance, if I may ask, how do you balance personal life and this role?
My concept is that you have to balance. So I know the tradition where persons think about it is you have personal life and you have work life. And their balance and two shall never meet.
Right.
But for me, you balance them at the same time. So you have to find time, even during a busy day, to just relax or do something different. And just meditate or think not of work, but of something else.
Right.
Because, or even between your busy days, you take a couple hours to do something, family or friends or something.
So you try to harmonize it then?
Yeah, it's in between,
harmony,
right?
yeah.
So I know some persons that work, then you take a vacation, and you forget about work, and you come back to work. But that's not possible in my job. Because even if I take a day or two off, I'm still connected, so to speak, because there's always something that may need the governor's attention, approval, that can only be done, even if you dedicate.
Right.
But whether it's governorship or whatever you're in, you have to find, in my view, find a way to keep the balance at all times, keep the equilibrium. So some persons, they work for X amount of days. You have, say, 3 weeks vacation, or 2 weeks and a week or whatever. They work really hard, they take a break. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying is that maybe by the time you reach it, you're so tired.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy the vacation. And then by the time the vacation is over, you're not ready for the vacation, you come back to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think you got to find a way to intertwine it,
Right.
harmonize it, you see. So for me, I may take a 15 minutes to just relax and do nothing, close my eyes and meditate, or go online and play chess for 30 minutes, come back, get up and walk away, do something.
So would you say that a person should think about, before they choose a career, they should choose something that they could think about their personal life in a way that they can bring it all together in one and let it be harmony, just as you're describing? There's some jobs I can see that might be a little harder to do. Do you think that that's important for a person to think about before they go ahead and pick a career choice?
No, I would look at it the other way around. What I think is that, okay, if you focus on what is you like doing, what is your skill, your talent, because I believe everyone is unique. No one is alike. So everyone has a gift for this world. So whatever it is, and you spend time discovering what that is. Some people discover that at a very young age, know exactly what they want to do. Some persons discover it a little older. But when you find that sweet spot, like what you naturally do better than anybody else, so what you find so effortless to do, I would call that your passion.
Yeah.
And so when you focus on your passion, then you make your passion your career, then you're really not working. You're enjoying what you're doing. You're getting paid to do what you're doing. So you kind of relax it. So it's easier.
Yeah. It's easier
to find that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it. You have to, whatever it is. So make your work your passion.
Right.
As opposed to, I know you should get a job, right? You may get a job. But a job for me is not a career. So when you persons first come out of school, come from university, you just want to get some income, so you get a job. But in all that, you should be thinking, what is I really like doing? Try to pursue that. And when you start pursuing that, you'll find that even when it's not required of you, you're working on it. Even when others go home, you're working on it, because that's what you enjoy doing. So it's not really work.
Yeah.
And in that context, then you find it easier to establish that balance.
Yeah. You could cope it better too. And when you stress comes, because it's something you enjoy, so you got more energy to deal with it.
Yeah. So I enjoy economics, for example. I enjoy explaining economics. I enjoy working it. To me, it comes natural. It's not really a struggle. So I discovered that at university. That was kind of easy. This economic stuff was easy. When I first started university, I went to university to study management. I found management was so boring. No offense to anyone.
Right.
And then I switched into accounts, and accounts was like, she's not cut up to be an accountant. But economics was natural, easy, intuitively easier than most things. And so, while some of my persons around me may feel, well, it's so hard and I got to work. To me, it was okay. It was like what I like doing. I like research. I like searching. I like investigating. I like this is what I do. So even as a governor, even though I'm super busy, I'm not exhausted.
Right.
Because I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about the economy, thinking it's natural.
Yeah. And you're using your gift.
Right. I'm in my sweet spot, I
Yeah.
believe. I'm using my talent. So it's not, so you can be busy, but not exhausted.
Gotcha.
So you're not like, oh my gosh, I got to get a break. I need to get away from this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a job. That's not a career.
Yeah. So at what age, I mean, because you said you did management first
Like,
at UE, and then you went into accounts and economics.
So at university, and I went in my first year just knowing I wanted a degree.
Okay.
I just wanted a degree because I was teaching at Alexandra School back then. And I just know I wanted more. I wanted a degree. This was not what I wanted to settle at. So I went to university. I started management first year. I do many courses, right? And not that I switched up. I did not switch to accounts. In doing management, there are economic courses, there's management courses, and there's account courses. And when it comes to the economics courses, this was like just flowing. The management was kind of like boring.
Right,
Literally talking about, I don't know, it was just boring.
Yeah.
And then the accounts, we were just putting in ledgers and numbers, and there's no, but this is not to disrespect to any accountant. I didn't find that passionate. But then the accounts, the economic course was, I like math, and all of a sudden I'm using math to explain life and explain the demand and supply, and I got models, and everybody's struggling to get the modeling. I had a professor called Professor Wendy McLean, who was an amazing lecturer, very good friend of mine by the end of my course, but he was very technical. Most persons couldn't understand him. I found it easy to understand him. And all these models and numbers floating about abstract, but for me, they made sense.
Right.
So I said, well, maybe this is what I should do.
Yeah. That was your talent.
Yeah. So when fellows would go, and it was easy for me to focus while others would go online and think, it was easy for me to do this because this was natural.
Right. Have you ever kind of dream and see yourself in this position?
A trick question. Boss, listen. I went to Central Bank in the summer of 1995, just before I graduated. And I was an intern. By time January, and I got the results back, Central Bank had hired me as a research officer. And I've been at Central Bank and I rose through the bank from 1996, January. So I left around 2011 to go to the IMF. By then I had become director of the Economics and Research Department. But sometime very early, I would have, of course, traversed, traversed the building, went up to the governor's office on many occasions to go to the governor's office. And I saw what it looked like, and I said, someday I'll be the governor someday,
And you decide that then?
Yeah, I did say that. I was at that point it was Calvin Spring. Then after Calvin, Vincent Claus, Marion, I would go in and when the mail would go up, because I work to go up there sometimes, and I would always imagine sitting in the chair looking out, and relaxing.
You visualize it.
Yeah, so I saw that a long time, many, many years, moons ago.
Is there any advice for like young economists, in today? What is the biggest advice you will give them today?
For economists, young economists coming up?
Yeah, the young economists coming up, yeah.
Presumably that's what they love doing. So
first, make sure you love doing that.
Yeah, not to become a chore. I would say, it's different from now, much than it was in my thing, I guess, would be you have digital revolution. I would say the information revolution.
Right.
Computer. So when I was doing my degree, computer technology has, and especially in terms of economics and analysis, have taken off. So I kind of ride that wave. For those who understand economics, talking about modeling, econometric analysis, and I kind of jump on that wave and I was riding it. Whereby if you're doing economic analysis using computer modeling and thing, in the past it would take forever. Here now it take a few more seconds, few minutes, allow you to do more analysis. And since then I found the information now is even revolutionizing the way in which you can access information. So much information.
Yeah.
And so you as a young incumbent now have to find a way to stay on top of the recent developments, the information, and be able to use all this information to make sense of it and to be able to produce economic analysis from all this information, right? And not be sidetracked in terms of, or be daunted by it. So you have to hone your skills and not only information, new areas of economic analysis is developing, like climate related economics, talking about impact climate, right? Climate crisis and how to deal with this, and financing and development economics and poverty eradicate. I think my biggest advice, once you love it, get ahead of it. So it's not sufficient. I guess I apply for anything though, but it's not sufficient to give university degree and work. You gotta get ahead of it. And also prepare to get the qualification out very early.
Right.
So a first degree is, in no field, a first degree is not sufficient.
Yeah.
Get a master's. If you think do a PhD or some higher postgraduate certification, that's what I think. But find a way to keep abreast of all the fast-paced developments in economic analysis, economic theory.
Right.
It's a lot of information.
Okay. And what is your biggest challenge being in this role, and how do you overcome?
My biggest challenge, well, when you lead an institution of quite a large number of persons, you have to balance all the demands and needs of persons, including publics, including stakeholders and everyone. Biggest challenge is usually personalities, persons, being able to make sure that you take care of people, even though they have like diverse needs and roles. You have to balance the entire resources you have.
Right. Yeah. And what do you find managing people? Is that a challenge for you, or?
You have to, when you deal with a person, you have to operate, in my view, with always good intentions. Like, what's the best thing to do right now?
Right.
For all involved. So you can't try to please any one person or group of persons, or you can't try to please everybody first thing. Nor should you try to please everybody or some people. You should, in my view, try to do what is right. So if you have a decision made that involve persons, and you try to make the decision that you know is the right decision based on being, kind and what the decision would be best even for you if you were on the other side of the table.
Right.
And recognizing that not everybody's going to be happy when you do that, right?
Right.
But you have to be very clear and transparent and make the decision. And therefore, the challenge, or what you have to accept, is that not everybody's going to like it, but you have to be able to stand by your decision and explain it to the person. This is why I did that. This is how it may impact you. This is what I see. So always be engaged and be able to explain what you're doing, why you're doing it.
Right. Right. I got it. I was speaking to someone today, and they told me that they have an aunt that they had taught you, Aline. Do you went to school at Aline?
Yes, Aline. They my up to CXCs at Aline.
Okay.
And then 6th form at USC.
Okay. So you did up to 6th form, and then after that you went straight to...
No. So it was at Aline. I did up to CXCs here at Aline. Then I did 6th form Harrison's. And after that, I went to work. I work in a bank, CIBC as a teller. Then off it. But I didn't much for that. I went after that, job, find a job. So I went work at the telephone company back then, fixing phones. Then I used to go up on the truck to do what we call forecasting lines, new development, write down the codes and things.
Yeah. This would have been what, Bartel?
But I don't know how that will. Should be myself. No peace. Still keep my wires.
It was Kevin. But I remember Bartel and so we went too far.
And that was, and you think you were doing. And then Bartel was so long ago, buddy.
But I remember Bartel.
Cable wires became line, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just cable wires for me.
Okay.
Okay. And then they accept some insurance. Again, wrong again, but then my more, what you say, substantive job, proper job.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, not like theirs are not proper, but
yeah.
Like the main substantive job was CIBC as a teller. And I spent a number of years there, and then eventually I went to Alexandra School as a teacher, math, technical drawing, and woodwork. And then from there, went to university, did my first degree, and then Central Bank working. From Central Bank, went to, they went off, do my master's, come back, do my PhD, come back. So
okay.
Kind of my career.
I got you. I later ask these questions because some people were perceived that it's always like a very clear path from the beginning up to the point where you are. So it's important to hear that it's okay to try different things, get into different fields, explore a little bit, be curious. And instead of like, you have this set thing as, all right, going here, this, and you just get to the top immediately.
So, I don't know, maybe it work for some persons, that set thing. But I believe in life, there's no set path. My path and your path will never be the same.
Yeah.
And there's no sense in it being the same, if not, it's just a repetition of life.
Correct.
But we will arrive at where we're supposed to arrive. So, I think, but the key here, for me, though, is that you have to always dream and have ambition. So it doesn't matter if you. So when I left, I went and find something. You got to pay the bills, you got to eat food. So I get a job at Barbadians. Well, while doing that, you still have a passion to do more. Looking to improve yourself, not settling, thinking was the next step. And then something we try some insurance. And I guess my way to say is about your passion. So none of those things really. Anyone's not going to get up in midnight to do them because they're not burning. They're not like making me. They're not. It's a job. It's not passion. I love the teaching, but so I say CIBC telling, I let you work, but there's still, it's not a passion. You know what I mean? So if it's off, I don't kill myself. I don't go work. Like, I'm not going to run through. And so then at Alexandra School. Can't be me.
You get a pass.
I get a pass. At Alexandra School, it is teaching. I love teaching. And I explain things to people. I feel it's a gift I have. But there was still like, I said to myself one day that I can do this, not it, right? I gotta get a degree. I gotta do something. So I still didn't know my passion. Until eventually over time we discover it. So yes, you should always be trying something new. You don't have to stay where you are. You just always. And for me, I would say that's kind of like find yourself.
Yeah.
So then when I became economist and the research department at Central Bank, I remember former governor said she would give me something to do. The next morning she'll come find me still in the bank. They probably snooze and get up. But that was not a chore for me. That was easy.
Right.
I got to get this job. I got to get this done, but I enjoy doing it. Right? So you see the difference.
Yeah.
So you don't settle. Don't be willing to settle for where you are.
Yeah.
Always want more. There's
some people that maybe feel like if they're trapped in a particular job and they don't see themselves moving from there. You see how you were able to go into the past governor office and you could see yourself sitting in a chair and looking out through that window. There's some people that believe that they can't move from where they are. And then there are some people who only see themselves in those positions, but they don't want to do the lower level jobs to get to that point. So, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
And you say in everything you just said, you keep saying they see themselves.
Yeah.
Here my belief. However you see yourself, it's how you will be. If you see yourself in that position, it's no help. But I kind of know that what you will be tomorrow, next year, in the same position with no help, because that's how you see yourself. If you see yourself not doing the right things, and that's what you see yourself is what you will become.
So let me reason a little bit. Let's say I grew up in a particular area, and my horizon is not as wide because I can only see that area that I'm in. What happens there? And you don't have any
very important question.
And you don't have any role models around you and all that.
That's a very important question. So I don't know if you know my background, but I came in a very narrow area too as a youngster. Like very disadvantaged position. And so you only see what is in your space.
Yes.
Good.
Per fail.
And I was like that. I believe each of us is born with a gift and a talent in us and a burn in us for something. You will just know you need more than this. So when I was in school, and you probably know I didn't, my first year in fifth form, my buddy did not get entered for anything in the courses because we played football, played computer games and things. And then when we saw our friend getting his awards at the speech there, we say, but if he could do that, we could do it. So here you see I get a taste of something more. It's possible. So then we went and asked the teacher if we can repeat the year. We repeat the year, and I got 7 or 8 ones at the time after Harrison College. So you see, immediately I get a bit more. The thing I'm trying to say to you is, as you in your area, maybe you don't have any role models, nothing, but once you have that desire, something will come across, you will see a bit more. And you see a bit more, you believe a bit more in yourself. And so I get my good qualifications for season. I go off to Harrison College and meet my same friends and all the fellas who were more privileged. So now I'm feeling this, feeling a little better about yourself. Move off, go to university. So as you'll find that your horizon widens, the more you achieve something. Even doesn't matter what space you come from, because that's in you. And so when I get to university, my vision was to go to Central Bank, right? And I started realizing that this economics is easy, and I see my first set of grades, I believe I do more. Right. I started to, because of this history, achieving a little bit at a time, and believing in yourself. So actually, there came a time where I began in my second year, I said, man, I like this economics, but what can I do with this? So I asked a few questions, and they say, well, Central Bank is a place to work if you're serious about economics. You get good money in the Central Bank. So one day, getting Zara, I went over to Central Bank. Let me begin my second year. And I went to the bank and I asked, I'm interested in economics, who they talk to? And they send me off, tell me go and talk to a gentleman called Dr. Bwama, who was the head of research economics. And I asked him, well, so I went there. He probably thought it was a little force right, Who's this
upstart?
Yeah, who come ask me questions? But I didn't really mind because when you come from certain backgrounds, shame is not one you're strong. It's not saying that you worry about.
Yeah.
And so he told me that to be economist, you need to get first class honor. So I kind of boldly told him, well, I'll come back in 2 years. Just keep a spot for me. I'll be back. He said, all right, you get first class. We only take one, by the way. So you got to be best. So I went back to university. It required, what is the first class? It took me 12 years. So he said, well, to make sure I'm the one, I got to get more than 12. Right? So I then put it on my head. So now I have a vision, you see. I want to work at the Central Bank. This is where it is. So now I'm working towards that. And because you have that, then it comes like, opportunity to come your way. I study it. I ended up with 20 years, all the 21 courses. And so there was no decision who will go. So I went in the summer and But it was hard even before my results came out.
Wow.
So now I'm in Central Bank and I realized this is good stuff and life looked good. So then each way along, you broaden your horizon. You accept you have a where you get and you're dreaming more. So you don't stop dreaming.
Right. And
So
just
when-
keep, as you step forward, you see the possibilities.
You see,
more
you see
and
when
more.
you're driving down the highway and the highway's dark and your headlights are on. You can only see so far ahead of you. So do you stop your car and say, well, I don't know what's down the next 2 miles, so I can ease up? No, you keep driving. As you drive, more of the road is revealed.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah,
This
I
is
agree.
life.
Yeah.
But if you stop and say, well, I can't see beyond, even in a snowstorm, I don't know if you ever in a hill, you could barely see from me to you.
Yeah.
But you got to keep driving.
It's the most scariest thing, though.
Yes, but you got to keep pushing
You
on.
got to keep going.
Because if you
Can't stand
stop,
there.
no, somebody will rear anyhow. But
Yeah. And that is life.
and that's just nice. If you stop, people will rear you.
So you got to keep going.
So when I went upstairs, now I see the governors and, you know, and I wanted to become. I said, well, I could do this. I could have looked at it and thought it's daunting. Who comes out here? But you have to have this boldness about you. It's not the time, you have to have a boldness.
Yeah.
And I saw myself doing it. And I said, this can be. And so you achieve it more. So you work towards it. So the answer to your question is really, to me, we have been taught about privilege versus underprivileged, etc. I ain't going to all my story because I don't think you want all that. But you cannot be, if you want to have a definition of privilege, that was me. Okay? But my philosophy now is this. I don't think that's what matters a lot. I think we're all born with a gift.
Right.
Something inside of us that will be revealed itself, but also the ability to dream. So young kids, they're dreaming. They're always dreaming. They're playing with imaginary toys. They're doing that. And somewhere along the line, we tell them, stop dreaming. Grow up, go and get a job. Don't dream no more. Big man, what you dream about? You have this uncanny ability to imagine. Imagine something. And if you even the Bible says so, what they put their minds on, they can achieve.
Yeah.
That was at the temple of Baal, I think.
Yeah.
Baal. So whatever, so I think that what we should be telling our young people. Instead of they're saying that they're underprivileged and this, I said, no, you are privileged because you have a mind and you can dream.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? So when I talk to young people, I go to the children's home and I try to imagine, tell me what you want. And invariably, what you say is true. You ask a father in the children's home, is 11, 9 years, 10 years, what do you want to be? And he say, I want to be a van driver. So I say, all right, you want to be a van driver? I say, yeah, man, why? Because I want to drive fast. But that's his word, that's how much you know.
That's
so I
what
start to
he's
push.
saying.
I say, imagine me, paint a picture. How about you have 3 or 4 vans outside your house? I say, yeah, why not one vans? Why drive them? Maybe you drive one you want. So then my role in the motivating them is to tell them dream beyond where it can be.
Yeah. And I think that your story is important. There's many things that I picked up from your story. One is that even though you said you came from a underprivileged background, you still went forward and asked questions, and you position yourself around people who can make these things possible and can teach you certain things.
But on the second one, not so much so as positioning it. So I believe once you have the desire in you for something, you let me give you an example. You have your first vehicle, I'm sure. You're probably on some number vehicle. You know when you decide and switch my vehicle, let's say you switch your vehicle, you're going to buy some other vehicle, let's say a Toyota. I don't know. So you're going to say you're going to buy a BMW. And you're going to buy a BMW X series or whatever. You realize that all of a sudden you start seeing BMW. You realize that?
Yeah.
Right. Because your attention now, your eyes now open to more opportunities, but you are thinking on that way of life. It's same to be in life. So when you start thinking, man, I want to be the best musician, I want to write music, all of a sudden your eyes are open to opportunities and God brings opportunity in your way that you would not have seen had your eyes not being open.
Correct.
So people say, oh, suddenly I see red BMWs, but I'd never seen them before. No, because you now see, open your eyes to that
So
possibility.
thoughts become things at that point.
Yes. So when it's not that you surround yourself with people, because you come from a village background, who are you going to surround yourself with?
Well, I mean, I guess I had to kind of use that because that was a part of my story, whereas where I came up, and I mean, I could share a little bit of my story. So I came up in a place where the only men that was around was drug users or drug sellers. That's what I saw. But as soon as you said rightfully said, as soon as you get a little glimpse, it's almost like you get this burning desire. Wait, this is possible. Wait, this has happened. This other person could achieve this, and then you start to position yourself now to be around a different type of company. So that's what I meant by positioning.
Yeah, that perspective is correct.
Yeah, and then you didn't had when you went to I can't remember the gentleman's name, but you didn't had any feeling of shame or imposter syndrome or anything like that. Like for me, I will probably feel a little bit of imposter syndrome. I feel like I don't already belong here, like at first, but it's got to push past that.
Yeah, got to push past that. That you're very unprivileged background. In fact, I spent years in a children's home too at my one point in time. Those things give you character and build you up. Yes. In fact, I think it's wrong to keep saying disadvantage or underprivileged. You may have a different scenario where certain resources are not at your disposal. But you are not disadvantaged from anyone else. Underprivileged, you have a brain, you can think, and you can dream, and you can achieve. That's my main message that I would share with anyone. But you also know that when you come from a certain background, I don't know, I tell people, what shame got to do it? If I'm hungry, I got to find food. Same story.
Yeah.
Shame, it's a crack jokes, I tell my friends. I say, you allergic to? I say, allergic? My mind too hungry to be allergic to anything. What about fun eating? Allergic?
Yeah, the luxury.
No, you don't know where that shoes coming from.
Yeah.
My kids would say, man, I want this, that, I don't eat this. And I like, seriously, boy, this is a new generation.
It's new.
Back then, allergic? You get some food.
Because now you could be vegan, you could be vegetarian, gluten-free, this and that.
Meeting, but I have a mind looking for food.
Yeah.
So when you got, you got certain things, you got no time. Shame is not a high priority on your list. So at university, for example, let me put it in perspective. I was at Alexandra School. I had a Suzuki Swift. I was living on my own. So when I decided to resign and go to university, I sold the Swift. And I have X amount of dollars for my Swift. I pay off. I got my X amount of dollars. I know my rank. I know my full bill.
Yeah.
Partner, after university finish in 3 years, that is it, I got no more money. I know I ain't got another cent. So I ain't got time to be ashamed. I got to go and find work.
Yeah.
But I can't wait till I finish to find work, because that would take a while. So I got to secure something while I'm here. Right? And that's the boldness come from. Now I know as an adult, that boldness, you have to cultivate it too, because too often you hear some person say, I'm waiting for she to get back or he to get back to me on this. I don't want to call them too often, they might think I'm annoying them. Me? I ain't annoy the hell out of you.
Right.
Even as me, you tell me that you can send me saying Matthew, and I can say it by 12 o'clock. At 12:01, I will call you. You can hear my staff doing this morning. I will call you. They didn't shame me that. I didn't call you at 12:01 and 12:02 and 12:02 you send it.
Yeah.
You remember the story they did in the Bible where she used to go to the judge because someone did something with her land, and she went back her land and judge dismissed her. And she went every day for a while. The man said, look,
persistence.
Sign off. Well, you just humbugging me. Not because you do anything, but you just humbugging it. So that is a drive you need to have, I believe, if you want to achieve in life. You got to go for it. Nobody ain't giving you nothing. No one is giving you anything. No one owes you anything. You just got to go for what you want. Not that you would, not in the sense, as you society would say, that you would take advantage of anybody or backstab anybody, but no. Right. You just have to have a drive to what you want. And when you have that drive, you will find that the things will come into your other way to help you along the way.
For sure.
You're
for
attracting certain things to you because of how you are thinking, right? And that's it. But you got to start. Every journey begins with one step.
And I'm beginning to think that sometimes the backgrounds we came from could be a gift.
No, you see? No, you see?
Perspective.
That's how I look at it. It's a gift because it strengthens you, it sharpens you, and gives you, like for me, my background allowed me to be compassionate more than I would normally have been, I guess. I can talk to a fella that when at university, I tell people, I spent 3 years at university. You want to tell me how many of those days I eat pasta and corned beef? I eat so much pasta and corned beef. I said, boy, when I done this, I eat another pasta. I put a tea bag in it one time to change the flavor.
Tea bag?
Well, we do what I said, I eat pasta and all kind of farm shit because that's the cheapest thing.
Yeah.
I done with this. So it gives you a converse to a fella now who ain't have nothing. And I think I went to school with shoes, wrote shoes sometimes, and had to get somewhere bring that shit. I could understand a fella. I can understand you like as a musician because I've never been a musician, for example. But I can understand it if I had been there. Right. So these opportunities, I think, have strengthened and reinforced who we are, help us to help other people. I give you a case point. Me and my dad are very close now, right? Love him to bits, right? Me and my dad, close, love him to bits now, right? But the first time I met my dad, I was 47 years old.
The first time?
Yeah. He that's before he was born, 47 years old.
Wow.
Now he said we were together. We're close. But that experience, while going through it was hard with a father, allows me now to understand even more the role of a father. And I understand I can explain to people father figure and what is important, what is not important, and relate to people. So these things shape you. And you should, and you know they shape you. You have an appreciation for them when you can sit back and say, if you had a chance to go back and change, and you won't change nothing. So if I had a time machine now and go back in history, and I saw Kevin in the children's home or Kevin the father there, or whatever, I won't say nothing to him. He has to go through this.
Really? You wouldn't change nothing?
My man, I tell you as I sit here, God is my truth. If I had a God, I would change nothing in my past. It all build me to who I am. It doesn't determine your future, but it prepares you for whatever future you choose.
As a gem.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I would not go back. I would watch 7-year-old Kevin Greenidge in nature. And so I would watch Kevin Greenidge struggling to get some food. I watched Kevin Greenidge in the welfare department saying, oh, your mother went for some clothes. I would watch Kevin Greenidge, the fathers. I wouldn't do nothing. I would not do nothing.
Okay. So you have a good relationship with your dad?
A very beautiful one, though, because I reached out to him at 47, forgave him, we built a relationship from there. But another thing, you have to embrace your past. That's why I will not change it, because then it won't be Kevin.
Okay. That's heavy. Because I think that some people are walking around with past and it becomes their demons.
And chip on your shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So I'm telling this. So my thing is to let you that. So I believe in true, as we born and we grow up and you get through it, your journey through life is to evolve, to be a better you, to become more in tune with who you are and to be able to be a better person than you were the day before, right?
Yeah.
To me, one of the signs that you have matured beyond where you are is when you're comfortable with your past. You've accepted, you can explain. In fact, no, you embrace it. You're willing to talk about it. It's not a chip.
So forgiving
it's not a prison.
It's actually for you and not even just for the other person.
No, I mean, that's a different story because when I decided to reach out my dad at 47, I had made a decision at 44 years old to forgive my father. I didn't know where to find out who he was.
Okay.
So that decision, because of me, there was a area I felt that I had to work upon, right? So that was true forgive. I forgave him then. 3 years later, I decided to reach out to him.
Okay.
And I think because of that, it will make it work then.
Can I ask what drove you to the position that you felt that you had to reach out?
having forgive him.
Yeah, like when you get to that 40, like, I mean, I guess you were successful and you know you had certain things made for yourself. Did you feel at any point that something was missing?
No. The reason why I reached out because at that time I had 2 boys,
Okay.
and although I had forgiven my dad and even dreamer reached out him, it dawned on me that I was depriving my sons of a grandfather
Okay.
and that relationship, and the history and the legacy that will come from a grandfather father son relationship. So I thought to myself, I got why I don't really have a need now for a father, and I had totally forgiven him. I need to man up. I just try to bring him into our life, so at least my boys will, have that relationship.
Right.
That should.
It was a selfless decision. It was more for.
And it worked really well.
Okay. Okay. That's deep. So I guess you don't have any regrets, no chips. You get rid of all of that. You're ready to push forward.
Nothing so regrets. I am thankful for my life as it is. I am thankful for my life in the past and everything I've ever been through. The good, the bad, the ugly, different. No, please.
Yeah.
Life is too precious.
Are you still dreaming today?
Of course. Every day. So you see, my philosophy is you have always to have a dream, a goal, something you want, achieve, even on a daily basis. You wake up in the mornings, you know the things you have to do. So how do you dream? How do you want to end your day? When you go back to sleep, how would you like to see your day have played out? So let me take today, for example. I got this morning, I know I had a management meeting. And, I have to see you this afternoon. And there was a meeting in between things. I imagine, to really make sure, dream and imagination, I use the word synonymously. Right?
Right.
That tonight when I go to sleep, me and you're going to have a wonderful interview. It will all be done. We have a beautiful interview and we had a real amazing time. I imagine my management meeting, we will achieve all the things that we've done. Each of these, I focus on the outcome. In the morning, I declare it. So at night when I go to sleep, I check and see if it was true. Right? So those are days. That's the one that you're daily planning. You have to see your day before it unfolds.
Right.
And there as it unfolds, challenges will come your way. They're just puzzles to be solved. Things to be, because you already see your day. And you believe your day will end well. So these challenges that come my way, it's just a matter of working through them. And because I know the end. End of the week. I know how it should look. Then there's the more medium term. You can start dreaming about, I want to be, for example, a dream could be, I want to be financially independent by a certain time or debt free. I want a certain career. I want a certain family. So you should it starts here. It starts in your mind. It doesn't start. So too many people are looking for evidence of things. But what is faith? Faith is substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? And so too often we are waiting for the seen to have the faith to dream. No, you have to dream.
Then
first.
it won't be faith if you go and see it.
But then people say, show me evidence. So you I don't know what your, I don't know if you're referring to musician, what your area is.
No, I'm a brand coach. I'm a lot of things.
Okay. So let's say you see yourself 5 years from now, the number one brand coach in the western region of the world. Is that too big a dream?
Nope.
Exactly. No. If you see that and you hold that to be true, then everything you do, you're going to find synchronicities. Then you're going to happen to pull you in that direction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you might have a dream, I want to be super healthy. But always it starts in the mind.
Yeah.
And if you realize that it really starts in your mind, then you don't worry about the resources, because it will happen. You don't worry about how it will happen. That's up to God. It's not your job.
Yeah. It's interesting because my company is called Dream Real Projects. So I believe in that. And every single thing was just like how you imagine it. That is what I do. I imagine things. Sometimes I might dream a whole year and just try to achieve that and just go forward. I mean, does it always go to plan? No. Sometimes it take a little bit longer. But I will say that in the end, it usually works out better than how I had imagined it with a little bit of patience.
And like, I want more ingredient. So we say you got a dream, right? But the more real your dream is, that you can feel it in your heart, feel it in your chest. You can sit down and see that one day that brand will be what it is.
Yeah.
You can see yourself being this person. You feel it.
Yeah.
My belief, but soon it will come.
Yeah. I believe that.
So you may have a dream, but that's so hard. Back in your mind saying, I want to start my business. Oh, but I need X more money. I need a place to put the business. No, you don't need none of that. You just need to start what you got. Just begin.
I feel like you almost got to be a little bit delusional.
Yes, you have to be. But what's delusion? Because everything is illusion. And you're going down that road.
You're carrying it in a whole
No, don't go that road. Don't go that road because I will confuse. You will confuse it.
Yeah.
Versus this thing. But any day, everything starts here. You name me one thing that was created before it was thought of.
Yeah.
Name one thing. This phone had to be created in the mind of Steve Jobs before it became a reality.
Correct.
And he would have to have the idea and put it together and say, name one thing that was created out of physical material.
Everything was a thought.
Before somebody thought of it and dream of it.
Everything was a thought.
Exactly.
Then the word.
Then you worry. Yeah.
In the beginning, it was a word.
The word was. And so that there be. And then there was light.
Light.
And so we have to, I think one of the things that this, I'm not being philosophy, is empowering. When you tell people, young people, think that you have the power to be anything you want to be.
Yes.
You don't have to be defined by your surroundings, by what's happened to you or what's have happened to you. You have the power to. As you could dream it, because it's not what dream it. You got to understand that when you do it, God finds a way to make it. Because you're saying, you're making your request be known.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember probably Bible said, make your request be known. Right? You make your request be known. And then when you do that, it will come to pass.
Yeah. And you're not, you don't become what happened to you. So you don't have to hold on to what happened to you and say, man, I'm this, I'm that, and be victimized or whatever the case.
You can, but I could guarantee
Ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Tomorrow will be just like yesterday, and your future will be as the past because that's what you're holding on to. Right? If you hold on to that, I started recognizing that shape, that's there.
Yeah.
You hold on to that. Somebody do you wrong, you hold on to that hate. Or you feel, man, I can't go there because I came from this area of life or thing. You would never go there.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I kind of give birth to this platform. Because if I think back about where I came from, I needed a glimpse of something to pull me out of that small world that I was in. So I dedicated a part of my life to share these stories and let people see that it is possible and that everybody that you see up there at a certain level and start there. My grandmother always tell me, this thing that start at the top is a grave digger. And so I remember that all the time, So I think it's important for people to hear these stories, see people living in the flesh and really and kind of tear down the smoke and mirrors or and just get to the real heart of people.
Correct.
We're all humans. We are all trying. We're all trying to excel.
Journey.
It's a journey. So it's good. And I just thank you for coming. There's one thing that I do on this show where the person I interviewed before will leave a gem, set of advice for the next person. They don't know who it is. So just randomly just leave something. So if someone left something for you, and I'm hoping that you could leave something for the next guest that I would have coming on. All right. So what I'm going to do is play it for you and let you watch it. And then you can leave your gem.
This is a gem I can leave with you. One of the things I've learned in my life is that we tend to think that there's not enough time. There's not enough of whatever it is there is that we want to get, because we think that the pie is only this big and there's only so much that you can have, and most of the people in the world have already taken whatever part of the pie is. I want everybody to remember each day has 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours. Trump do it in 24 hours. Ibrahim Traore do it in 24 hours. Albert Einstein do it in 24 hours. Everybody had 24 hours. They just had to balance the 24 hours. So don't look at another person and think to yourself that, oh, this person got so much more and all these. Nah. Everybody got 24 hours. You got to learn how to work with your 24 hours. The things that I have to do with my day is different than the things that you have to do with your day. So, balance is key. Got it?
Yeah. So that was left. That was left here for you. If you don't mind, we can do a quick exchange. That's the transaction.
Okay, and I agree with that tremendously. This is not my gem yet. Just comment.
I got you covered. Yeah, do your thing.
I say every morning, everyone wakes up with 86,400 seconds. No more, no less. And you can't carry you. So it's equal time.
True.
But Gem, what would I say? I guess along the lines at which we were speaking, is that my gem with that everyone is in charge of their life. Nobody owes you anything. Everything is happening to you. What's happened to you is all you. And you have to recognize that if you want to change where you are, what you're doing, you want to achieve anything, first start with you imagining and wanting to be that change. To change. If you want to become fitter, it starts. If you want to be financially independent, it starts with you. If you want a new career, it starts with you. And so you have to get up and imagine and dream. And then having dream, you have to believe it to be true. You can imagine yourself in that position. Imagine yourself doing the thing that you dream about. And 3, work hard at it. And it will happen. And if it was a summit that's in Mark 11:24, whatsoever you desire, dreaming, when you pray, believe you will receive. That's belief. That's living the dream. Living it even before it happened. You walk by and say, I'm the best brand coach there is ever. I'm the best economist. I am going to achieve this. Which is, may appear to be a lie in the present time, but that's your dream. And it shall be done. So taking ownership of who you are, everything around you, and accepting your path, accept everything. It's all you.
Brilliant. I love it. That was actually a really good summary of the conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go in too much on the job itself, but I wanted to, just personalize it and humanize it,
Yeah. It's easy to talk these things because it's how I live my life.
Yeah.
I would give you a one. So when I got the job, I was to offered position of governor. I remember when I arrived, the first time I started, so Noveline over there was greeting me. Everybody greeting me. I came at the stats and lots of videos of that. And a reporter asked me, so how does it feel to be governor? And I had this, I could not tell her what I really wanted to say. So I said to her, it feels good, it feels great. This is the truth. How do you say? But she asked me if anything different. I just say it feels good, it feels great, it feels wonderful, right? I'm happy. What I will really have told her is that it feels no different. Because I've lived this governorship position for years. I have seen myself in this position. I've had those feelings. I've walked these steps. Curly over there, Curly was the last. Curly, you could confirm every choice. Like, you remember, he would see you as economist, and he used to drive the previous governor. He drove all 8 governors.
Okay.
I said, Curly, keep my seat warm here. Came back.
Wow.
So you see, I'm speaking it.
Speaking in existence.
I am believing it. Because the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you say it verbally, not tell your dreams to anybody, because people cut you down. So you got to keep them to yourself.
Right.
But you could speak to yourself. So I tell Curry, when we go to Curry, hold my seat. How many times did I show him? You always laugh. Right?
And at no point you felt no doubt, even like when you butt up to like a challenge or a little roadblock.
Okay. The more you say it, the more you believe it, that you believe it. You ever tell somebody like, be real, think about it. You don't tell me. You tell it when you're small. After you forget it down to like, somebody. I believe that's even true, you know? Because you tell it so often, your mind believes it. It doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
You know about virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
You ever put on a virtual reality headset? You ever play a virtual reality headset? You ever put on a headset?
Yeah.
You ever see your body react exactly? You know it fit. Like I got a virtual reality headset, so I into shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a headset that is shooting. So when you shoot, you have to get into the square box and stand in that box.
Mm-hmm.
Now in my living room, and I can see the square box headset on. You know they're in the box there, right? So just walk over. You know I step and I miss the box and trip over.
Yeah.
In the box there. Your body doesn't know any difference. So when you start speaking things, I am the best, I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm whole, or I'm the governor, I am the dream. Eventually, your self-conscious belief, this thing, remove all doubt. And you might, why believe me? There's no evidence ain't happening.
Yeah.
There's no evidence in me raising the thought. There's no path that I could have seen. I didn't even look for it because that's a mistake people make too. You have a dream, you tell God how to make your dream. Say, God, I want to be the best brand coach, but here's how to do it. First, God introduce me to this person. Then God give me some money there. Then I want you to do this, and this is the path. And God said, well, partner, if you tell me the dream and you tell me the path, what do you need me for? Do it yourself.
It's true. And some people is actually boxing itself too. They had this experiment that I saw where they put these set of bugs in a jar and they would cover the jar for maybe a couple days or whatever. And they're there so long, but then when you undo the cover,
That ain't gonna come out.
they ain't coming out. And that becomes their world.
That's their world.
And I feel that happens to us.
Yes, but if that one, you take one, push it to the top, he see it, and then all of a sudden,
The rest
everybody will come behind him. And so this is the key, I think, in terms of whatever we do, that ability to dream. So any day, I ain't told my story off here, because I don't like to.
You know, off air,
But you recording, but I give you a piece of my father. So even
this
then,
is important.
even then, I forgive my father and really together, and I took my father and my sons to Las Vegas on their vacation. We caught 3 generations on a leash. We unite and things. Oh, we tight. My father. And when my father having a few drinks, say, I just call you, but he's not saying, Wesley. It's amazing. I truly believe that you were not meant to raise me. I was meant to have your genes, your personality, but not your upbringing. Wow. I will not be as a go-getter as I was, because my 2 brothers that I didn't know about that with you, they're not like me. They're more gentle, more timid. But I am not gentle. No, I'm not timid. So I needed that background, that shaping to make who I am. I said, so you were never supposed to raise me. I know this now.
So it wasn't a curse. It was actually a gift.
It was design, ordained. Maybe for something in him, his genes I needed, his personality, because we are very much alike, but not the upbringing. Sometimes you're put in a situation and you believe you are being punished. You feel God. Imagine the piece of coal in the ground that on the immense fire, it feels being cursed. Then eventually comes a diamond. Imagine teapot and the potter's wheel with a blemish and getting sandpaper, crying hard, and then come out with a beautiful teapot. So some people think the situation we're in that is a curse. Is a curse? No. It's a preparation. It's a blessing. You are being made in who you are, that you can achieve what you come here to achieve. But if you don't go through that, it's like the butterfly. If the caterpillar wants go into cocoon shape and fight hard, if you go and help that caterpillar, that when he starts struggle coming out the cocoon, and you tear and help it come out, that butterfly will die. or that
Oh,
mouth.
really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
No, because it is in the struggling that it will become strong. If you help it, it will die. You're not helping it.
So when we help some people, are we
You
enabling
can help
something?
people, but you should not become a crutch to them.
crutch to
a
them.
prop to them.
Right.
Something you have to give them the cold hard truth. You got to say, brother, you got to get up and find a job, man. And gain this my feet all the time. Let me walk with you and you find, let come. Let me go down, Roy. I can help you find a job.
Yeah.
Let me help you, because that's another topic we didn't talk about. You have to always give. That's another principle in life. You have to be a giver. You must be a giver more than you is a receiver. Because it is in giving that you receive.
Right.
Okay? You don't give to receive, but it's in giving that you receive. And so you have to be willing to give. You have to be looking every day to actively give people and bless people. As in the spiritual world is the physical world.
Yeah.
In the physical world, you don't get anything unless you sow something.
Right.
A farmer don't sit down and look at you open field and say, well, any minute now and get some potatoes. And
Yeah.
you plant it down.
You gotta give it.
You gotta put a potato in ground. And in the spiritual world, in the physical world, you don't look at stock market and say, okay, I can get some money back now. Apparently, you invest in stock market? Nobody get money now. No. Everything in the physical world begins with you putting in something.
Yeah.
In the spiritual world, it's the same.
Yeah.
If you want blessings coming your way and people to be kind to you, you have to be kind to people. You have to bless people first, right? And so that's part of the whole mantra too of the mentality that all is into you. So not being a crutch, but blessing.
Well, blessing.
Look up to somebody. See a fella going on, you bring it on. If you get to talk and you're the wrong use in the body, you are not being successful. You look at the wrong, you should see somebody, you pull it on, bring it on. If you get to talk and then the body, you help along the way.
That's interesting.
You waste time.
Some people would say, I get to talk and know it's lonely.
It can be lonely or talk. There's a different aspect to that.
Okay.
The reason why it's lonely or talk because when you certain times you have to make decisions and things that everybody's not gonna be happy about.
Right.
And you have to be resolved to do the right thing. And you have to treat it, behave a certain way. But in terms of giving and helping,
Yeah.
before
I
you go,
understand.
the greater responsibility to help people, to bring on people, to mentor young people, to invest in young people, to be a philanthropist, so to speak. This is part of it. Right? And so these are the little things that you learn as you go along. When I do a little charity work, I try to go back, give back to the children of where I came from.
Yeah.
Be a giver.
So don't matter how much you have or where you're starting from. You could just start with a little as long as you're giving.
You could give time.
Time.
You don't have to time.
Time.
You feel we're in a community or someone really needs my talent. For your example, you're a brand coach. You know some fellas don't start with there something. You offer for a little freeness.
Yeah.
You can carve out an hour a week
Yeah.
or something. You just
Yeah,
want to spend time
do
with fellas.
mentorship and that kind of
Right.
thing,
So
yeah.
you don't have it's not about money all the time, you know. And even sometimes some person needs a kind word, a smile. But I understand you're going through. We have a chat. Everything. Or you. There's so many things. You just gotta think. You know, I was saying a friend one year there. She ain't got nothing to. I said, listen. I knew you got 300 pair of shoes. You got 300 feet, and you don't really make the VBA. What you can do with them? Let them dry rot. Pack them.
Right.
Once them new. Get under the Salvation Army or get into somebody who you know. You make up clothes you know you really once a day or once a week. Pack them up. But you can't find a space in wardrobe because you got everything in there.
I think you also gotta have like an abundant mindset too, and not a scarcity mindset. Because some people that have this scarcity mindset don't want to let go of certain things. Because
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Here is the main thing. When you have a scarcity mentality and a lack mentality, you operate from a position of lack, you always lack. Doesn't matter how much you get, you always lack. Right? But when you operate from a spirit of abundance, you will always live in abundance. In fact, you might not even need money. You live in such abundance. Money is not wealth. Money is not abundance. Okay? There are a lot of rich people and wealthy people that are unhappy and live in a spirit of lack. lack of joy, lack of friendship, lack of everything. You give out. You're so abundant in your spirit. You feel so wealthy that you're just giving. You get whatever you got. You want nothing for yourself because all your needs are met.
Mm-hmm.
That's the spirit you operate from. The spirit of abundance. Not off of that. And then how do you know you're giving a spirit of that? Then you are saying, well, I got all this, let me give this a little extra I don't need.
Right.
Yeah, is that?
Yeah.
You got all this. Shh, got so much, so me give a little bit. That's the spirit of that.
Right.
You didn't give out a spirit of abundance. So remember the Bible had a woman that was praying and 2 people in church, and Jesus said, one gave a penny, and next man gave a big much. And he said, which then gave best? It was the one that gave a penny. The man, even though he was wealthy, probably in return was called a billionaire, he gave from a spirit of that.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. And I read something like that similar in Malachi, when Malachi was telling them that they should not be bringing the lambs and the stock that they don't want. You're going to bring the ones that
you want.
that you
It's not
want,
a sacrifice
because
if you
it's
don't want
not
it.
a sacrifice then. And so if people using the one take what they want and then they give away what they don't want, the extra, so that's not sacrifice.
I cringe in my spirit and lower my head when I hear people say, you can have this guy, I want this one. I have two of these, so you want. It's like, okay. Thank you for your consideration.
And you shouldn't be giving somebody something that you don't want for yourself.
Yeah.
That's given
true.
from lack.
But even beyond that, I have 2 dresses, so I give you. I don't need this one. I give you. That's not what you give. You give because you see a need in a person, and you think I can fill that need, right? So even beyond that, we talking generally now. If you can tell me, Matthew can say, Kev boy, want to open his business, he need $10,000, boy. I say, Matthew boy, divide 10 by 7. How much you get there? 10,000 divided by 7. And 1,000 saying. You said 1,500. I don't know. Remember I saw.
Use the economist. Like,
No. Get that. Whatever number that is, go and give that to somebody. Find somebody business to invest in.
yeah.
Why am I doing that? I'm asking you to sow a seed. You looking for 10,000? Start looking, give.
And give.
You want a blessing, a healing from some illness you got? Go and find somebody that's sick and pray for them and heal them, bless them. Forget about you.
That'd
You
be
know what I'm
hard
saying?
for some people, boy.
Exactly. But if it was easy,
It won't be
it's difficult for a rich man to pass through the eye of a needle, right? Ooh. If it was easy, everybody
The
would
governor
do
is
it.
preaching. The governor is preaching.
No, but if you think this thing, the main life, you are so holding on to everything,
Yeah.
and you're so worried about yourself.
Yeah.
You can't get where you need to go. Too much baggage, too much everything. So you have to give the very thing that you don't have.
Okay. We can meditate on that.
Yes, please.
So we're about to land the plane now. I just want one must do and one that do not when it comes to money management.
All right, I thought you told me you came to economics thing.
Just it's very basic, simple, surface level.
You must invest and save, irrespective of how much you're earning.
Don't matter how much.
Doesn't matter how much. You notice I say invest and save, because you want to put on something for a little rainy day, maybe 4 months of your earnings, 4 months of your earnings. But you should be investing, either paying down your debts, investing in some real estate, investing in some securities. Always invest. That way your money start to work for you.
Right.
But putting it all it down, washing it, it don't work for you. Inflation eats it out.
Right.
And if you're inflation, you can got fees and charges on it. So have something from money manager perspective, like a for, because you might stump your toe, you gotta go to FMH or you gotta go somewhere, emergency 4 months. The rest, invest something. Investing, the easiest thing to invest is most of us got their debt, right? Pay down debt faster than you can pay off an extra payment on your car loan, pay off extra payment on your mortgage. if you add a extra couple $100 to your mortgage, see you shave off years and save thousands of dollars in interest. Pay off it, shouldn't do something now. That's where you save, because you save the interest on the loan, or invest in some paper, some real estate, something that'll grow for you. Right? The do not. I guess the do not is full up in that too.
You had the do not tied up in there. Yeah.
The do not will be if you. Let me simplify it.
No problem.
Don't eat all your money. Don't eat everything you get. Don't consume everything. It doesn't matter how much you get. You can always put it as something at the top.
Right.
So don't always consume everything you earn.
Right. There's the saying, people say don't buy something unless you can buy it twice. You agree?
I would say, well, maybe, but I would say don't get caught up in all these commercials, and they're designed to make you think you need something you don't need. For me, I would say, for young people, and you don't come out, you got a credit card and everything, there's my advice. Credit card is going to be a trap. Don't buy something with your credit card unless you have the exact amount of money already in the savings.
That's practical.
In an account that you're going to transfer. Because the reason you're using a credit card is to get the security. Because credit cards usually have more stringent rules, so you can easily get back your money. But more important, you then got rewards and benefits and your miles and things. So you want that.
Right.
But make sure you pay off that credit card every month. None of a cent there. No, your financial institutions will not want you to do that. Huh? But if you're going to buy this iPhone, is it iPhone 15? Does it cost $1,000? Yeah, use your credit card. But have $1,000 already. Don't say about any money and get $1,000 because you don't know what happened. But have it there.
Sometimes when we start to make money, we always carrying out the lifestyle. And so then we always behind our ceiling all the time.
That's why I say a young person now living home is in a very good advantage because they ain't got no debt. When my son leave house, he ain't got no debt, right? So, but then you want to get a car, you want to do that. I would say if you leave home, you start a young person coming out and get your paycheck. Take out the saving investment first. If you see you have a $2,000 paycheck, you get $2,000 in your hand. First thing you should do is take out, I would say 10-15%, $200, $300. Put that on. So you're building your reserves and you're going to invest in a bond or something. And the remaining $1,500, so I would say about $500. The remaining $1,500 is that you spend. Make that work for your, if you got rent, if you got food, if you want to go, make that work. So many people do reverse. They do all the spending with that about to save. If I was coming out now, I would say do the opposite. Take out your savings first. Like the first thing you do, you pay your savings. If you own a business like you, pay yourself first. Then pay your bills there. Sounds strange, right?
Yes, and pay yourself is be.
Pay yourself first.
As a business owner, you usually pay yourself last. You pay everybody else first.
Pay yourself first.
Okay.
And they're getting your bank, but then the rest you make the bills work.
Make the bills work. Okay. Noted.
Because if you leave yourself last, you will find almost nothing that's bad for you.
Yes, I know that for a fact.
But then if you do it the other way, you'll find that some things that you thought you needed to buy, you really don't need to buy.
So you start to think different too.
The things you really think you need to. Because if you got your $300, your $500, $2,000 check you get, and you got $300 or $400 put down, and you got your food and bills, and you come in here any month, and you ain't got $100 left, but you know how to spend. Your fellas tell you, "Man, you going to run drinks and things." You can say, "My fellas, look, I got basically the bar here, tired. I'm gonna go here and relax." And then you know you got the money, so you're going. But if you had your $300 in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? I save some more. I don't even drink that out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
So some things you're gonna naturally cut out because. So
you discipline yourself too.
Even as governor, right? I invest in the boss bonds. You know boss bonds. You know these are the.
Tell me about it. If you got time.
So.
Yeah. We don't.
We have to wrap.
All right.
I think.
Yeah, part two. But Dr. Greenidge, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and even imagining and dreaming this interview going well, which it did come true, dream real. And and it's a wrap. Thanks for coming.
It was my pleasure, Matthew. I enjoy it.
All right, cut. Data has shown that over 60% of you watching these videos are not subscribed yet. It would be a great support to me and the channel if you can just click that subscribe button and hit your notification bell. That way, you'll be notified whenever I drop a new episode.